Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm going to be explaining the Copperheads political cartoon. This cartoon's author is not known at this moment, but it was drawn on February 28, 1863. The history of this political cartoon starts with the Democrats opposing the war, favoring the immediate truce with the Confederacy. Mary and her fellow Republicans called them Copperheads, poisonous snakes in the grass. But the Copperheads took the label for a compliment, finding that copper pennies of the day featured the head of liberty. Many wore Liberty head copper pennies as jewelry to show their loyalty to the Peace Democrat cause. Many Copperheads were poor farmers from the southern part of such Midwestern states as Ohio or Indiana. They had migrated there from the south. Other Copperheads were Irish and German Catholic immigrants, mainly from the industrial cities of the Northeast. The symbolism of this political cartoon illustrates Republican opinions of Copperheads. Here, Lady Liberty fights off Milligan, depicted as Copperheads. The woman with the shield and the sword who is being attacked by the serpents represents the Union. The snakes represent the Copperheads, which is the political cartoon. Well, the political party, actually. This cartoon seems to disapprove of Copperheads, since Lady Liberty is trying to fend them off. The meaning of this cartoon starts with a Copperhead, which was a nickname of the peace Democrats, who lived up north that were in opposition to Republican President Abraham Lincoln and the war effort. Some felt that the southern states had a right to secede, while others just wanted to force a truce with the rebellious states in order to end the most costly war in American history. In going against Lincoln, many Northern patriots looked at them as traitors and called them a derisive term for back then snakes, specifically Copperheads. At first, this terminology was seen as insulting, but then the Peace Democrats decided to flaunt their new nickname, many wearing copper pins or pennies sewn onto their jackets and clothing. This is a picture of a copperhead snake. The snake's face in this cartoon represents Ohio Congressman Clement Vallandigham. He served as a Democrat in the House of Representatives from 1858 to 1863. In 1863, at the height of the Civil War, he was arrested for making treasonous statements against the Union and banished to the Confederate States of America. He made his way to Canada and proceeded to run for governor of Ohio, but lost the race. Clement Vallandigham of Ohio was the most prominent spokesman for the faction. However, in 1863, he was tried by a military tribunal and banished to the Confederacy for expressing Southern sympathies. Another prominent Peace Democrat was Fernando Wood, a former mayor of New York City who entered in Congress in 1863. In 1864, the Peace Democrats controlled the Democratic Convention. Vallandigham, who had worked his way back into the country, managed to engineer a plank for the party platform that labeled the war a failure and called for a negotiated peace. That position was promptly rejected by the Democratic nominee, George B. McClellan.